Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Paul Sinha stood backstage at the Edinburgh Fringe, feeling the kind of nerves he hadn't felt in years. Not on a stage, not with a microphone in hand. But this time was different. This time, the stakes were higher than ever. Just over a year ago, Paul was rushed to hospital with what felt like a heart attack. The crushing weight on his chest, the sudden dizziness, terrifying symptoms that made everything stop. It wasn't a heart attack, doctors later confirmed, but the scare had shaken him to his core. Combined with his ongoing battle with Parkinson's, the incident had forced him to take a long, hard look at everything: his health, his career, and the ticking clock he could no longer ignore. That's when he made a vow. If he came back from this, he'd do it bigger, bolder, and with more sequins. Now here he was, in the heart of Scotland's comedy mecca, returning to the Fringe with a show titled The Day I Nearly Died and Then Danced About It. It wasn't just stand-up. It was part confessional, part comeback, and part audition. Backstage, he adjusted the glittering gold jacket he'd reluctantly agreed to wear. It caught the light like a disco ball, which was appropriate because, by the end of this run, he wanted one thing: a spot on Strictly Come Dancing. Mad? Perhaps, but Paul had always danced to his own rhythm, literally and figuratively. And while some thought it was just a gimmick, a publicity stunt to spice up his career, he knew the truth. It was a challenge. To his body, to his illness, to his fears. As the house lights dimmed and the first ripple of applause reached the stage, Paul took a deep breath. He wasn't just walking out there as the sinner man from The Chase or as the quizmaster with an encyclopedic brain. He was walking out there as a man who had faced his own mortality and decided to foxtrot in its face. The show opened with a flourish, a dramatic recreation of his hospital visit, complete with ominous lighting and a nurse played by a puppet. The audience roared. He then pivoted to a sharp monologue about the absurdity of life's timing. You spend your 20s chasing gigs, your 30s chasing dreams, and your 40s chasing your medication. By the halfway point, the laughter had turned to pin-drop silence as he spoke candidly about the fear of losing control over his own body. Parkinson's doesn't care about your schedule. It gate-crashes your life like a drunk uncle at a wedding. But, true to his style, he ended the show on a high, a surprise samba number performed badly with a local dance student named Isla. The routine was chaotic, filled with missteps and exaggerated pelvic thrusts, but it brought the house down. He finished by shouting over the music, "Your move, Strictly, I'm warmed up and emotionally unstable." As he came off stage, drenched in sweat and adrenaline, Paul felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Power. Not the kind you get from trivia or telefame, but the kind you get from choosing how your story is told. Outside the theater, the buzz was instant. Social media lit up with clips from the show. One post read, "Paul Sinha just turned his heart scare into the most joyful meltdown you'll ever see. Give him Strictly. Hashtag Sinha Cha-Cha 2025. Would he get the call from the Strictly producers? He didn't know, but for once, he didn't need the answer right away. Because Paul Sinha had already danced with death, and now he was dancing for life.